I haven't made an East Bend nackt video in a few days. I am pretty nackt or naked, except for these glasses and this. That's a kid's towel. I don't know what that thing's supposed to be. I didn't even know it was on here until after I got a Goodwill for $2 or $3. I just did a towel. I had no idea this guy was on here. That's the way I'll sometimes up. So every now and then I'll put this guy on YouTube just to maybe somebody else knows what that is. I haven't made a Bettenflüster. I know I'm not saying it right, and I know some German-speaking person is gonna, James, you're butchering the German language. Yeah, I know. Hey, if you're female, over 45, and moderately interesting, and just verstehen Sie Deutsch, and want to just meet up with me, hey, let me know. I'm gonna get to the betrinken. I can't get those R's out. Do the same thing as Spanish. I can't do that for Spanish either. I need to work on East Bend betrinken. It's close enough to English equivalent. You'll figure it out. But anyway, I normally, as I take my shower, I normally watch Nigella for me, Lori's video. She didn't put out one today, and I hope she's okay. She probably just didn't have anything to talk about. But I did listen to Dr. Andrea O'Connor's video, where she talked about some of the creepy stuff going on at carnivals. Now, I haven't been at a carnival as a participant in many years. I was doing some work. She talked about the murderers that would work at carnivals. Some of the pedophiles that would work at the carnivals. Now, this is probably 20 years ago. Now, I was working on an air conditioner for a carnival out of Salt Lake City. And I looked down, and there was a gentleman. His hands handcuffed behind his back. One guy was reading the Miranda rights to him. That was named for Ernesto Miranda. He died in a knife fight. Here in Phoenix. He's the guy that said that. He's the guy that the Miranda rights are named after. I'll go into that story some other time. But he died in a knife fight many years ago here in Phoenix. Yeah, he was out of Phoenix, and he did get the Miranda rights. Named for him. Now, this gentleman, one officer was reading the Miranda rights to him. The other officer had his hat and was taking the stuff out of this guy's pockets and was inventorying him. I went ahead and fixed the air conditioner, and I went down and after they paid me, I was asking, hey, what's the deal with that man who was being arrested? They said, well, apparently he had been accused of robbing a bank up in Salt Lake City, and he figured that if he signed on as a worker at a carnival, the FBI couldn't find him, but apparently they did. But anyway, I said he's out of jail by now, or maybe he was arrested for something else later. Maybe he's dead by now. I don't know. Let's see. It's going to cover one of my videos. It was the last one not the last one. The last one I did with Costco was the eggs. I haven't watched that one yet. I just posted it a little bit ago. Now the one where I was showing the high end cameras, the ones that I want to get monetized and stop making money on YouTube so I can justify buying some nice camera gear. Some guy said he played it for his cats. And I didn't quite get what he was saying, that calmed the cats down or made them excited or something. I don't know. I don't quite get why cats would be interested in one of my videos, but whatever. If it amused your cats, that's fine with me. Now, the last thing I want to cover, I got this over at Costco when I was just over there. It's an IPA. I haven't had an IPA in a while. This is Tower. Let me show you if I can get the label. Tower something. It's an IPA. I like the IPAs. It's got a little bit more bitter taste to it. For me, the IPAs are a little bit more more of what I think a beer should taste like. Let's see. I think I covered everything. I wonder if that one chick that speaks French over at Close. Well, she told me one time. Actually, she told somebody else. It's from Quebec or Montreal. So I said, "Parlez-vous français?" And she started speaking to me in French. So I know maybe 4 or 5 words in French. I could kind of pick them out. Of course, French and Italian are actually kind of close. And the other day when our new Pope was speaking Italian, there's quite a few words in Italian that are close to Spanish words, so I could kind of pick up a little bit of what he was saying. That our new Pope is an American, but it surprised me that he knows 4 or 5 languages. Of course, he was pastor in a church in South America for quite a number of years. So, I mean, you'd understand why he would speak Spanish. Of course, Spanish and Latin are kind of close. So a lot of these languages are kind of close. If some chick wants to teach me French, that would be interesting. Now there's a guy, one of my customers. I've known him for a while. Now his wife was actually Italian. She's from Italy, and he was talking to her one time. And I listened to him, but like I said, I can't speak French, but they were speaking French together. He'd been married to her for quite a number of years, and he was speaking French, thinking it was Italian. She was from part of Italy that spoke French, which I found kind of interesting. Well, I find it interesting that for years he thought he was speaking Italian, was really French. I told him, I said, no, I can't speak French, but I can certainly recognize it when I hear it. Because the languages have a little bit different sound to them. Anyway, let's make life as interesting and as exciting as we can. If some chick wants to join up with me, we'll make each other's life more interesting and more fun. Bye-bye.